what really happened to the pilot who saw too much. In 1967, a test pilot vanished while conducting routine experiments near Area 51. The official report lists the incident as a mechanical failure, but colleagues described events that remain unexplained. The pilot, identified only as Richard Hayes, was experienced and highly trained. He had completed hundreds of test flights, often pushing aircraft beyond their operational limits. Nothing in his record suggested recklessness or error. But radar detected an object moving faster than any known aircraft. Reports indicate it appeared suddenly, hovered near his flight path, and then vanished without a trace. Hayes radioed a warning. "I'm seeing something. It's not from here," before the transmission abruptly ended. Search teams scoured the Nevada desert for days. No wreckage was found, no debris, no parachute, no personal effects. The official explanation, mechanical failure, failed to account for these anomalies. Colleagues on the base described the flight in hushed tones. One maintenance engineer recalled seeing the radar spike just before the disappearance, noting the unusual speed and flight pattern. Another described hearing a high-pitched whine on the base communications channels, unlike anything aircraft should produce. A civilian contractor, interviewed decades later, said that during the search, several objects were spotted in the sky, moving too fast to be conventional aircraft. They were described as glowing, metallic, and angular, but with flight capabilities that defied physics. These accounts were never officially documented. The secrecy surrounding Area 50, one meant that many official records were classified, heavily redacted, or entirely missing. Requests for files were routinely denied, often citing national security concerns. Documents, obtained decades later through the Freedom of Information Act, reveal little. Pages stamped "classified," "national security" dominate the files. References to the flight are redacted, with only portions describing radar anomalies remaining legible. Experts analyzing the documents noted unusual technical terms describing electromagnetic phenomena near Groom Lake, which remain unexplained. Some suggest these anomalies could account for the pilot's disappearance, but the theory is unproven and heavily debated. Even decades later, the exact cause of Hayes' disappearance remains unknown. Analysts speculate on a range of possibilities: experimental aircraft, electromagnetic interference, or encounters with unrecognized aerial objects. Area 50. 1. Officially a test and training facility for the U.S. Air Force, has long been shrouded in secrecy. Its restricted airspace and remote location make independent verification difficult. Researchers and journalists have often cited unusual phenomena in the vicinity's strange lights, electromagnetic anomalies, and unexplained aircraft movements. Declassified documents reveal that experimental aircraft testing began in the 1,950 seconds, but references to anomalous incidents like Hayes' flight remain scarce. Many files are still classified, fueling speculation about unexplained aerial phenomena. Some reports indicate that pilots who witnessed these events were warned not to discuss them, sometimes under threat of court-martial. Others were quietly reassigned to unrelated projects. The radar readings from that day show an object moving at speeds beyond known technology, changing direction abruptly without deceleration and vanishing within seconds. Analysts noted that the object's electromagnetic signature was inconsistent with any aircraft or weather phenomenon. Several engineers and radar operators reported temporary equipment malfunctions when the anomaly appeared, including instruments failing and compasses spinning erratically. These readings remain classified, with only fragments publicly released. Theories range from top-secret aircraft experiments to extraterrestrial encounters, but no definitive explanation has ever been confirmed. Eyewitnesses described seeing a metallic object hovering silently. Some reported glowing panels along its sides, and lights that pulsated in patterns unlike any aircraft navigation lights. Descriptions from multiple witnesses align closely despite official denials, suggesting a consistent phenomenon. Military personnel, when interviewed years later, maintained anonymity, but confirmed unusual aerial activity over the same area during the incident. Experts in aerospace and physics suggest several possibilities: experimental stealth aircraft, gravitational anomalies, or unclassified propulsion technology. Others, however, suggest the disappearance could be linked to extraterrestrial activity. The redacted FOIA documents mention terms such as electromagnetic field interference and anomalous flight signature. While heavily censored, these suggest that the object interacted with radar and electronic systems in ways previously undocumented. Decades later, the case of Richard Hayes remains a focal point for UFO researchers and military historians. The disappearance is one of many unexplained events surrounding Area 51, a facility synonymous with secrecy, experimentation, and unexplained aerial phenomena. Without access to full records, much remains conjecture. The combination of classified documents, eyewitness testimony, and radar anomalies paints a picture of a mystery that continues to defy explanation. Hayes' disappearance has inspired countless theories, documentaries, and research initiatives. Area 51 continues to be monitored, photographed, and studied, but official explanations remain scarce. For the public, the event symbolizes the intersection of advanced aerospace experimentation and unexplained phenomena. Whether the truth involves secret aircraft, classified technology, or something entirely unexplainable, the case endures. It is a story of a pilot, a radar anomaly, and a facility that guards its secrets more closely than any other in the world. If this story made you think twice about what's really out there, hit subscribe. There are more truths waiting to be uncovered.